half my sandwich was. I do not know why. Wasn't super hungry when I woke up.
Okay.
Well, beef stick.
A beef stick.
Yeah.
That is timeless. Playhouse update. Okay, we're good. Ready to finish the adventure. My mouse with menu. Do you want to start a new game? You get an audio?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear anything. And we had a plane flying overhead. There we go, okay.
Oh, that's right.
There you are,
turn it
my
down.
friend. I'm so glad you could make it back for our final
It's peaking the
chapter.
microphone. I could see
Oh,
it.
wow.
It has been 1 week since the tragic turn of events that transformed Max from irrepressible scam to rampaging behemoth. Even now, he cuts a swath of destruction through the Upper West Side, releasing hideous spores that feed off the psychic energy of Dream. You might think that this is yet another predictable story of a giant monster attacking Manhattan. But you'd be dead wrong, my friends. This is a mystery story, a tale of treachery and deceit. Watch carefully, my friend, because before our story is complete, one of the characters you see before you will betray Sam and Max. Who is it? That remains to be revealed. I'll join you again at the halfway point to give you one final guess. But for now, you have more pressing concerns.
Is it you? Do you die?
Great Max
The
Beast,
narrator
his
dies.
hour come round at last, slouches
Maybe actually
towards
kinda cool.
Brooklyn to
Yeah.
dawn.
I was just thinking earlier today just how great of an idea it was for Monty Python and the Holy Grail to do the whole historian gets his throat slit and criminal investigation leads to their arrest at the end of the movie. Like, that's how it climaxes. Just like, God, that's fucking great.
Just go to Grandma's. No, just sit, please. Does he have something sticking out of his back? Oh, it's his spine.
Yeah.
Sleep. Sleep.
Oh, we don't have subtitles on.
We turn on subtitles.
Reports coming in
right.
from downtown. Oh no! The entire neighborhood of Tribeca has fallen asleep.
Those fools! Why did they insist on running that independent film festival?
The creature is destroying the city, and the longer we wait, the more powerful he becomes. As acting president, I'm forced to launch the final imperative.
No, wait. There's still some of Max in there. I know it. There's got to be another way.
We've tried everything, sir.
Not quite everything. If you could somehow get a team of highly trained experts inside Max, they might be able to reach his brain and reverse the transformation.
But the Maintrons have already attempted to get through every point of entry. Some of the attempts were too horrible to even think about.
Yeah, but they've all been avoiding the mother of all orifices, Max's mouth.
Enter through the mouth? That's suicide.
I guess it's possible. If you could find a way to get him to swallow you whole, there'd be an opening about 3 meters wide.
3 meters? That would be impossible, even for a computer.
Max used to eat Stinky's Megachomp rats in one gulp, and those aren't much smaller than 3 meters.
Very well, sir. But I can only give you until 6 At that point, for the good of America, I'll have to launch the attack.
I'm on the case. Now, where am I going to find a team of highly trained experts?
Who's the chicken?
Believe he was a movie director from the first series. Oh, is controller not registering?
Nope.
Greetings, Sam. As the official representative of the
okay.
theater district, I offer our full support in this time of crisis.
Mr. Feather. Agent sitcom. Let's go back to tastes like himself.
Hiya, Mr. Featherly. Want to join the team and help us save Max?
Unfortunately, I must decline. Union rules, you know. Can't perform inside any theater smaller than 500 seats or any creature larger than 10 stories. And for obvious reasons, I am averse to being eaten.
Him saying that just
Very well. Keep me updated.
remind me
Yes, sir.
hearing about
What was that
the
you were
guys who made
talking
Smiling
about?
Friends.
The
They
final
did some interviews and
imperative?
stuff,
A full nuclear
talking
strike
about
against former
how
President Max.
Where would you get the
like
equipment
they
for
have all
that?
sorts of cameos and stuff in the series from various internet personalities. But apparently they wanted like 3 times as many people to show up, and they could
Join
get
us on
3
the
times as
Max
many
Rescue Team
people to show up.
Super Bowl?
But because of union restrictions, you can't. You're allowed to have your main cast of voice actors that don't have to be union, but they have to be on-roll main actors.
Okay.
Then you can have any amount of union people, and then you're allowed a certain amount of non-unions. And that was their whole thing of like, we had to cut so many people because they were non-union. We only are allowed so many per season. Apparently, they were trying to get Chris Chan to voice a character on it.
Oh no.
He was gonna voice a grease puddle, like just one little part. And they're in the interview they were laughing because like at the time none of the whole like weird incest thing had come out. So we just thought of him as this funny internet weirdo that we're like, let's just get him to do a voice. And we were in discussions with it, and it never panned out. But then after that stuff came out, they're like, we still would have got him. We still would have put him on there just to see we did it.
A nuclear strike would wipe
But just
out
it's one of those things of like, they wanted to have so many other people on because union restrictions.
Acceptable? How can you say? Wait, contingency plan 2?
Statistical analysis indicated that Max becoming a gargantuan hellbeast was the second most likely outcome.
What was the most likely outcome?
Imagine a scenario involving the worst aspects of the Norse legend of Ragnarok, the Book of Revelations, and Weekend at Bernie's.
I should probably get a walkthrough up just
Yeah, probably.
to speed things up.
Will you join the rescue team?
Sorry, Sam. If this
Paperweight and I will be happy to assist, of course. We will? Man up, Paperweight. Sam is going to need someone familiar with creatures of the Dark Dimension.
That's a good start, but you're gonna need 5 more people. A scuba diver, a veterinarian, a psychologist, a dark wizard, and a brain surgeon.
Did somebody call me?
Ah, there's Sybil. She's married Abraham Lincoln, former neighbor, former. Yes, she constantly was changing her business like per episode.
Mm-hmm.
You've come to help us save
And now
Max?
she's pregnant with
Heck no.
Abraham Lincoln's kid.
Seriously, did somebody call me? Harry
Lincoln
Morgan
Memorial.
grabbed my cell phone from me and smashed
Lincoln's
it.
kid. A
Oh,
statue's
all right,
child.
I'm in. I'll wait by the car.
Looks like you've got your team, Sam. Now go out there and get Max to eat you. That sounded better in my head than out loud.
Okay, I'm gonna try and plug this in right now and see if it suddenly registers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I forgot how annoying this game is without it.
Yeah, it's just more comfortable. Ooh, there's actually an alternate ending.
What?
I'm looking up which one's the better ending so I can tell you which one to go for.
Can you just... I'm gonna restart.
You're gonna restart? Okay. Boop. Okay, good to go.
Hey. Hey.
I have to switch it.
There we go.
Okay. Where is the alternate ending?
Yeah, much better.
Getting Giant Max to eat you is gonna be
That destabilizer turned out to be a huge letdown. It's still a nice conversation piece, though. Wandering around the mall, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never used that before.
Yeah, because that was always there.
Obliteration and...
We will help him to a generous serving of ass-whooping.
If we could disguise the DeSoto, we could use it as a Trojan horse to sneak into Max's body like a virus and take out any mind worms or whatever it is that's causing this whole thing.
Please don't mention Trojan horses, worms, or viruses around us.
If we could disguise the DeSoto, we could use it as a Trojan horse to sneak...
Please don't.
What are you guys doing here?
We have pledged our prodigious processing power to devise...
You are welcome.
How long is that gonna take?
Estimating. Buffering. Time to completion 3.5 minutes.
Well, that's convenient. Only 3.5 minutes to come up with a solution to the whole thing?
Oh, God, no. It will take 3.5 minutes to come up with the estimate.
Have you guys got any ideas about how...
Our breakthrough Destructo-Match technology can calculate the perfect points to place nuclear war...
That is one rabbit who will be multiplying into 1,000 smoldering pieces.
Paintings like these just give science...
Slow loading.
Okay, apparently I selected the good ending without realizing it.
Today
Okay.
is a good day to die. If you're a giant monster attacking the city, am I right, fellas? Now, you all know I'm not one for speeches, but I have prepared a few words. Let's kick that devil bunny's ass. Move out! 1, 2, 3, point.
I feel like this is a reference to another one of their games, and not
Bye, honey. Be careful.
like another episode.
I believe... I mean, yeah, the Abraham Lincoln was from the first series.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the robots was just something Max had made up because he was president. Because why not?
If I could get enough speed, I bet I could jump this thing straight into...
Sorry, Sam. The modifications I've made to the DeSoto make it perfect for traveling through Max's innards, but it can't travel on land.
Your eyes are getting very, very heavy.
Oh, hi, Sam. With the modifications I've made to the DeSoto, we should be all set to travel through Max. You'll just need to find a way to get...
So, looks like you and Lincoln had an, eventful honeymoon.
Oh, it was absolutely magical.
She's not actually pregnant. That's
He
just
took
what
me
a stone
back
dick will do to your
home
insides.
and introduced me to his friends, and then one night, as we were out on the White House lawn, looking at the stars, he just suddenly took me in his... Sam? Sam, are you okay?
What? Oh, sorry, my brain went into shock for a second to prevent permanent damage. Please, go on.
Not much more to tell, really. 13 months later, and here we are.
Nice work, Sybil. I didn't know you were into...
Oh, you know, after college, I got together with a few of my girlfriends, and I know it's a cliche, but we opened a chop shop.
Suction wheels, antibody-proof paint job, and an exhaust system rich in omega-3. And what's that I smell?
I thought you would appreciate that.
Wiener-scented air fresheners!
Sybil, you're the best. Are you sure it's safe for you to go on this mission in your...
Don't worry, Sam. I've talked to the best OBGYNs and the finest classical sculptors, and they all...
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know.
Hiya, pal. What's the rumpus?
Hey, Flint. Want to join us inside Max's body for...
Don't I, Sam? I've got to beat cheeks while the beating's good.
What?
Okay.
Don't fret, Grandpa. I'll put the pinch on those grifters trying to take you for a ride faster than you can shave a hobo's coin slot.
Does he really have to do that with the lingo getting all disturbing?
And it's always about hobos for some reason.
Can you not do something about your weave?
I think if you just apologize for calling him short, we could put all this behind us.
It's nae worth it.
Were you making your diabolically delicious demon dogs?
Aye. I really thought they'd bring the city together, too.
That actually sounds kind of generous, Grandpa Stinky.
I know, especially since everyone in New York would be hooked, and then they'd have to come to my diner to get any more. I'd make a fortune. And now I suppose you expect me to be giving you my super secret recipe.
Well, yeah, that'd help.
All right, there you go.
What?
That's it?
Of course that's it. It's just a recipe. Why do you always have to make things so complicated?
What's with the delivery truck?
Obviously, I'm delivering food for the world.
I don't see anything in there but a bunch of corn.
That's because these flaming parasites ran off with all my wieners.
We must feed the host. Pig lips and sphincters make us stronger. We regret nothing!
Thanks for the recipe, Grandpa Stinky.
Yeah, good luck with that, Marmaduke. Now I've got to perfect a recipe of my own.
One egg.
Yep. For the whole thing.
Yep.
Looks like Max has been through here. He must have broken a water main while...
Hold on, it's important to watch him climb the ladder.
Jesus Christ.
Manhattan.
Oh, there's Satan.
A city under siege. But is it as
And there's the
some
vampire.
of you
Oh,
believe?
yeah.
Jurgen.
There's Jurgen, yeah.
alive! Oops, sorry, Jurgen. What's new, Beelzebub?
No time to chat, Sam. I'm doing public relations work that is absolutely crucial to my enterprise.
I didn't even know Hell had a public relations department.
We sincerely appreciate your feedback. Now go away.
From the great pesto flood of 1908 to the premiere of Starlight Express in 1987, New York City is no stranger to tragedy. But this tragedy...
Go Mets! New York rules!
I will cast you into the pit if you walk into frame again.
Mind if I scooch on through and get to that water tower?
I cannot deal with more of these delays.
Please, Sam. The lighting is perfect right now. Be a good boy and wait until we're finished here.
So, that bald spot of yours keeps showing up on camera. Can you guys fix that in post?
What, is it showing? My stylist explicitly guaranteed it wouldn't be visible.
Satan keeps waving that microphone around like he's some kind of big shot. I'd better keep these for when this... Satan keeps... Satan...
I will cast you into the pit if you walk...
Assuming I need something for that.
Yeah, you don't have. You're not ready.
Yeah.
Yet.
Seen?
Assuming from here on out it won't animate.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk to Patrick Warburton back there?
Do.
Hey, Sal. Guess he's still skittish about that whole necking with Girl Stinky, plotting the murder of Grandpa Stinky, and unknowingly contributing to the apocalyptic fever dreams of a mad ventriloquist dummy from the Dark Dimension thing. Well, what's he doing hanging around Bosco Tech? Sal? Never mind.
Okay.
All right, Jurgen, let's take it from the top.
The last box of corn dogs in the entire city.
Corn dogs? Gimme, gimme! What? Dog me, Sam. Keep 'em coming.
Go on, beat it. Those imposters like corn dogs as much as the real Max does. I hope that means the real Max is still somewhere inside that lumbering sack of doom. It's a ton or so. I don't think I'd be able to carry on.
Oh yeah, we're back to
Grandpa
numbered
Stinky's
buttons
been
again. It's no longer
selflessly
PlayStation
holding
buttons.
You take the wheels, and I'll check the cab to see if there's a radio.
You'd have to be some kind of monster to loot an emergency vehicle in the middle of a war zone. Besides, I already tried it.
Okay.
We're going to need to make that digestion proof.
Did I actually get the corn dogs?
I believe so.
So that way I can switch one with the microphone. Did. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Over here. Coming into view is the
monster attacks.
Sam, dear.
Yeah, we're getting a little
intolerable.
Sound check!
Check, check. Succubus, succubus. Is this thing on? Yipe!
Well, I thought that was. Oh, it's adding it to it automatically.
Are you okay, Satan? That was quite a fall.
I've had worse. But I can tell when I'm not wanted. Come on, Jurgen.
Oh, thank wickedness, that nightmare is finally over.
Let's go back to hell.
Oh, right.
Yes, that was your vegetable oil.
I better make sure we only have to do this once for Max's sake. This
Let's
pothole
see.
is loaded.
Something you can do immediately now is open your inventory and go to the corn box, or corn dog box. And then there should be activate box of corn dogs.
Something smells good.
Let's see.
I get it.
Yeah.
Come on, Max. Here, boy.
Oh,
You weren't close enough.
that's stupid.
Yeah, walk next to hole, eat corn dog. Yeah, you had it.
No, these are too delicious to waste.
God. The button to run is also the cancel button.
Corn dogs. They're good, and good for you.
Sure.
Okay. There's our cornmeal. And the pork substitute is funny, but not obvious to do, so I'm just gonna tell you. Go to the car and do the exact same thing.
The suction coefficients all check out.
Pigs.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that. I knew that the car was going to be dipped in there,
Yeah,
so we need to be eaten, but
the fact that it's
that
the
is
pork
the pork
substitute,
yeah.
Come on, Max. Here, boy.
Okay, and now we just need our one egg. Which...
The chicken.
Yes. You've already done, because it's all about talking to people.
I am at your service, Sam.
It was sure. I thought Max just.
Indeed. And my theater is now buried beneath 2 tons of his spore. So I had some free time on my...
You wouldn't know where I could get an egg, Mr. Featherly.
Oh, I see how this works. Everyone assumes that just because I happen to be poultry, of course I know where to score them some eggs.
It's for a good cause.
Very well. Bear in mind that this is strictly a one-time deal.
Noted.
Me. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York.
What's the problem?
I can't do this with everyone watching me.
I don't think they're watching you, Mr. Featherly. There's a giant monster attacking the city.
It's good of you to say so, Sam, but my magnetism and stage presence are undeniable. I simply cannot do this until everyone turns around and gives me some privacy. I simply can't help you until you get everyone to turn around and stop watching me.
Max?
Very well. Keep...
Wow, would you look at that, Agent Superball?
I see nothing of interest, sir.
You were only turned around for like 5 seconds.
That was enough, sir. I saw more than you can imagine. Worlds within worlds.
The real tragedy of Max turning into a giant monster is that this attack is exactly the kind of thing he would love to watch.
Okay, it's all about
Social
talking to the
scandalism had-
people in the right order.
Any luck yet, Sam?
Would you guys...
Is he going to do something fascinating?
We have got to see this.
What?
Hey, look behind you.
Not now, Sam. You're blocking our view of that abomination of nature.
A rooster laying an egg. Besides, J. Edgar Hoover's ghost is a real drag.
Why are you still working on that
I'm still trying to find a way to get Dr. Norrington back to his own.
Yog Sagoth is my lord and master always, but I think we could use some...
So far, I've only been able to manage quick jumps of around 15 seconds or so.
Sounds neat. I want to watch.
Very well. Keep me updated.
Is that a trio of time-traveling mariachis at the front?
It's much too early for my birthday.
Whoops, my mistake. It was just a bunch of regular mariachis.
Please press or say.
Look, you guys, it's Ada Lovelace.
We're sorry. We're unable to turn around or move for...
Curse my lack of swivel.
What?
Hello.
Obliteration it.
We will help him.
Look, you guys, it's Ada.
Curse my...
It's viruses.
Okay.
I hope you guys are being careful. I hear there's a particularly nasty virus going around.
I swear I have been careful. It was only that one time.
Can never be too careful, guys. You better run a scan or something.
We're sorry. This will require us to go through a full reboot. We would be unavailable for approximately 30 to 60 seconds.
We'll find some way to manage without you.
Shutdown commencing. Will I dream?
I gotcha.
Just hurry it up.
Okay, so yeah.
Very well. Keep me...
Ooh, is that a rooster laying an egg?
What? Where?
Finally. It's going to take forever to get my figure back.
Thanks, Superball.
I desperately wanted to see that, sir. Ask him if he'll lay another one.
Maybe some other time.
Everyone would rather watch a little rooster lay an egg.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that should be it.
See anything familiar?
Just the usual screaming void past the brink of infinity. We'll have to try again later.
I remember when I was in a computer science class and we were talking about like famous people in computer science. And I was thinking of bringing up Ada Lovelace, but I said Ada Von Braun. And the professor's like, who? And I'm like,
We must feed the
no.
blessed corn
Not
dogs.
Ada Lovelace.
One is a stinking parasite.
It's not. You know, Hitler's girlfriend.
Yeah. You just gotta get inside the corn dog mobile.
Okay, everybody, put your shoes on. It's time to leave.
Disgusting.
Paperweight, don't let any of it get in my mouth.
Uh-oh. Hey, Mametrons, I found a suspicious-looking corn dog just lying here.
It's like lying in a puddle of carnival vomit.
T-17 to base. Commencing bomb disposal. Gotta get that boom, boom, boom.
All right, let's do this.
They just
make music references.
Yeah. Oh, and now we have the intro.
Like a proper intro, yeah.
Monsieur Boy. Done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, can't say they weren't at least somewhat ambitious with the scope and scale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I definitely think gameplay-wise it's probably fairly weak.
Mm-hmm.
But the writing and the presentation's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yay, we're inside.
What?
Well, here we are in Max's stomach.
Ruminate, ruminate. Trespassers will be digested.
Ah, cram it, Flame Brain.
GI to brain, GI to brain. Trespassers in the stomach. They look quite delicious.
Fascinating. The psychic feedback from the dark dimension has planted an image in our minds, causing us to perceive the creature's organs as if they were an actual kitchen.
No, this is pretty much what Max's insides have always looked like.
We've got to get up to the brain so we can get out of here, Sam. If we're gonna save Max, we can't waste any time. Plus, I really have to go to the bathroom.
Now craving.
More corn dogs. One is too many. 100 is never enough.
This must be how Max digests stuff.
Like the tender morsels of wayward travelers.
Ugh. I'm an elder god, and even I found that creepy.
This must be where Max stores all the nutritious food that enters his gaping maw before he digests it. I wonder if I should open it.
He's still got a bottle of milk he drank in 1976.
That answers that question. Digestive enzymes, stomach acids, meat and flesh tenderizers. I never figured Max was such a gourmet. How are we going to get out of here and up to the brain?
He's still trying to digest the DeSoto dog, and that's just empty calories. We need to find a way to get a rush of blood or endorphins or something up to his gray matter.
If I remember my high school biology, this tube leads up...
Why isn't it moving?
He just ate...
That's not good. Even when he's not a colossal monster, Max's food comas can last for weeks. We made pretty good time getting to the stomach, considering all the traffic we ran into down the esophagus. Dr. Norrington, what can we expect to see in here now that Max has become a horrible, twisted abomination escaped from the mouth of madness? No offense.
None taken. Internally, your compatriot should look the same as he always has, just more tentacly. We save the truly bizarre stuff for the outside of our bodies, because it's scarier that way.
There's no need to make him want coffee beans. I can save a lot of time and go directly to... Hope this works. There's enough caffeine in here to make even a film blogger get up and move.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
Hang on, everybody! Ladies and horrible monsters first. Not you, not Max.
But I'm a horrible monster!
Last stop, the cerebral cortex.
I suppose that Max's brain always looks like a living room, yes?
Well, Max is host to all kinds of weird parasites, and he likes to be a good host.
Aha! Well, there's your problem.
Greed galloping Golgi and lipstick on a Vespa with a leather-bound day planner.
It's mind worms, right? I bet Featherly $50 it was mind worms.
It's a tumor.
Damn it!
seems to be teeming with dark energy as well. Still, once we've removed it, your friend should pop right down to normal again. Assuming that's what you really want.
Why is it glowing? Sam, come here and take a closer look.
I bet if I touch it here, he'll start speaking with an Australian accent. Yow! It shocked me!
The brain synapses are firing at an alarming rate. The voltage is quite high.
Whoa! Doc, get away, fake Max!
Do you find my warmth alarming, Sam?
The freaky creature is correct, Sam. We won't be able to operate until you can cut off the power to the brain.
The medulla oblongata acts as kind of a circuit breaker for the brain. If you can cut it off, we can get to work.
Okay then, experts. Where do I find the medulla oblongata?
Perhaps behind this door?
Where did they?
Did everybody get all staticky and find themselves in the stomach again?
I detected a spike in psychic energy coming from the monster. Is everyone okay?
We appear to be in some sort of game room.
You are now at the mercy of the brain, Butterball.
Max must be using his psychic powers to keep us from entering the brain.
Yes, they're very fussy at this age. He's just looking for attention. Better to ignore him.
Okay, that's dumb. But I've got a better idea. If we could put enough electrical current through Max's body, it'd temporarily short out his powers and let us inside the brain.
But that would take a voltage of at least 46 hellijoules. The only place in the city with that much power is the electric plant down in Battery Park.
We've got to find some way to get control of Max's body and take him downtown. Digestive enzyme.
Brain. Go to brain. Okay, so there should be other paths up here. So yeah, you can go to the arms, and I think there's legs up here as well.
This low-tech optic nerve will give me a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Cozy? No, not really.
Quit skipping all the jokes.
Cozy.
Feel the warmth, Sam. Does it make you drowsy?
Not really.
Looks comfortable.
Indeed it is, Sam. A brief respite from your adventures would be most reinvigorating, and you'd find yourself all the more amenable to investigative duties for it.
I'm on to you, fake Max. You and your cheap thesaurus are trying to bore me to sleep. Nothing doing. It's Max's collection of ideas for novels, an audiobook on vinyl form. Glad to see he's keeping track of them. He's always coming up with these things, but I assumed they just flew out of his tiny, oversaturated brain. The Happenstance at Ghastly Manor.
Nice.
It's a loosely autobiographical story of psychic horror. That's Max's gripping historical fiction thriller, The Eli Whitney Dilemma. Also, coincidentally, the name of Max's experimental fusion jazz band. It's Max's heartfelt Inuit coming-of-age story. Are you there, Great Bear Spirit? It's me, Canuchlog. A Killing Comes to Murdersburg, a Flint paper mystery. Oh, this is the hard-boiled noir fan fiction Max was telling me about. It's Max's heartfelt...
Okay, so I can't put them back? Okay.
No, I don't think they're used here.
And here's the feet. Or no, that's the stomach, isn't it?
No, that's stomach.
Okay.
Yeah, that's feet.
Oh, I can use those things to use it on the record player?
Looks like some kind of exercise room?
brains go deployed.
Oh, hey, Sam. I think I found the manual override for the leg controls here. I had to rewire some of the nerve endings, but now all I have to do is walk on this treadmill, and we can make Max walk wherever we want.
Great work, Sybil. That's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What was that?
I didn't say that out loud. Consecrated Kreskin on a communion wafer. She's reading my mind.
I'm not reading your mind, Sam. The brain must be broadcasting your thoughts or something. Just ignore it so we can get to work. Come tell me when you're ready to start moving.
The sparring dummy inside Max is in a lot better shape than the one on the outside. He has already ripped out the intestines, though. That's awful cute. Medicine balls. Come on, Sam, you're inside Max's body. They're medicine balls. Think. Nope, I got nothing. Free weights?
They're only free while supplies last. I'm kidding, of course. Sleep.
Fuel for the disgusting machine that is Max's body. It's just hormones.
Oh, maybe it is just hormones. I just wish there was somebody who understood what I'm going through.
Max has really got to cut down on the carbs. I always suspected Max was using performance enhancers.
Okay, yeah, this is his inventory space.
I'm finally seeing it in person. This must be where Max keeps his junk.
Nah, that's a couple of stories down.
There's something in here to take my mind off Sybil's condition. Is that our old roach farm? No way! I'd forgotten all about that. And it looks like it is. One of the eggs is about to hatch.
Ew.
It's beautiful.
Huh? Papa?
Now I am, little champion. Now I am. Ah, I remember that old bucket of fish. Ah, things were so much simpler back then.
Really?
That was in Hit the Road. Bucket of fish was one of the items.
Complexity.
And a lot longer, too. Plus the voices were...
Okay, Fake Max, we get it. Baby shower balloons. Once I show these to Sybil, she'll definitely be... Max's brain is really starting to chap my hide. Max got me that set of mariachi frogs for my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a real exciting story. What are you waiting for, you Pulitzer?
It's the Freelance Police Handbook for Racial and Cultural Sensitivity. The commissioner gave it to us because he said we keep reducing people to obvious stereotypes.
Yeah, you know how those British Columbians are.
Yeah, but the commissioner's one of the good ones. Ever since he became president, Max has had to carry his birth certificate and all his dental records with him at all times.
To prove he was born in America?
To prove that he was actually born.
Oh. I was kind of hoping it would.
Yeah, you could use the form somewhere else.
Hi, Sybil. God, she's...
What was that?
Well, I didn't say anything. What is she carrying? A baby or a yak calf?
Excuse me? Are you calling me fat?
I'm calling
That
it.
doesn't cover it. Come to think of it, a circus tent wouldn't cover it.
I'll have you know that I am carrying the miracle of life, the promise of a new generation, and the affirmation of hope. What's your excuse?
I think what you're doing is a really wonderful, beautiful thing, Sybil. as long as I don't have to see your mutant human statue offspring. It's very noble of you to bring a new life into the world and usher it to greatness. Or at least usher it into a dark basement or a carnival freak show to live out its freakish existence unseen by
Jesus
normal
Christ.
people. I'm not helping, am I?
Nope.
It's not my fault, Sybil. The brain is broadcasting my thoughts.
Maybe it's better this way, now that I know what you really think.
No, it's twisting my thoughts. I think you're just as lovely as the day I met you. Don't think that. Don't think that. Why don't you hop on that treadmill?
Oh, so you're not even trying to be subtle with the fat comments anymore.
Come on, Sybil. It's going to take all of us working together to
Okay.
save Max. And by the looks of it, you could be doing the work of 5 or 6 of us at least.
Ugh! You just don't understand what I'm going through, bringing new life into the world.
Well, getting her to help is turning out to be at least as painful as giving birth. Maybe I can find something to make her less hysterical.
Ugh! Can you believe this guy?
I find the entire situation to be very contrived and misogynistic.
I knew Max's immune system was tough, but I never knew it was mixed martial arts tough.
This must be for Max.
Still analog, for the warm, rich sounds you can't get from digital.
I guess it would help if I actually put a record on this thing.
Professor Robert von Ungwent flashed his ID card at the receptionist of the National Institute of Historical Science. The Professor von Ungwent? Hissed the receptionist. World-famous expert in pre-industrial farming implements? Thank God you've come! Suddenly, in walked Dr. Another party member! Oh, this is gonna be the best campaign ever!
Ah, there you are, Sam. Paperweight here believes he's found a way to control the creature's arms.
Yes, we are standing on a network of neurotransmitters, and by forming biogenic connections between them, we can relay electrical impulses
Ugh.
from dendrites in the brain to muscle
The
tissue.
short version, Poindexter.
I can step on these shapes to control the arms.
Great, let's get to it so we can pick up huge stuff.
You'll have to activate the manual override first. The impulses come through that machine over there.
Max has got some nerve.
Oh, I wanna play!
Wait your turn, Fake Max. It's time to watch a master at work. Huh, this is pretty much the worst video game I've ever played.
You have to read the command off the screen, Sam. I cannot see it from here.
Left leg brass knuckles.
Let me know if you need extra appendages, Paperweight. I have tentacles to spare.
I guess the brain has stopped trying to work against us. I was concerned since we're so close to the speech center.
This is going to be easy. Left hand press knuckles. Wait a second. I didn't say that.
Got it. Are you sure that was right? Perhaps you should try again.
This is going really well. Keep listening to what I say. Left leg press knuckles.
Will do. Are you reading that correctly?
The brain definitely isn't using psychic ventriloquism against me, that's for sure. Please, let's continue. Right hand kick.
Maybe I should read the commands, yes?
Show some sensitivity, Paperweight. He's colorblind. Besides, it'll take both of our bodies to complete this confounded game.
Do I have to do something with this, or am I supposed to just there match to something else?
You just it says do the opposite of what it says.
Okay. So left leg, left foot, flail. There we go.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
No, it's my turn now. We will need to complete 2 more circuits to activate the manual override.
Left foot pistol.
Got it.
This is just like the final boss battle against Agamemnon in Ultra Shining Quest 2, where you have to use your holy katana 3 times against his exposed udder sac to complete the ritual of quickening and—
Don't listen to him, Sam. Stay awake and stay the course.
Right foot bullet.
Almost there.
Smashing job, Sam.
You have to say congratulations.
Right hip rest.
Roger that.
What have you done, Sam?
The arms! They are spasming out of control!
I've been hit. This wasn't supposed to happen. Error. I'm so caught up in you. Error.
Oh no! The radioactive brain core is exposed!
Your head will collapse, and there's nothing in it. And you'll ask yourself, who let the dogs out?
Yes! A dentist chasing you with a hatchet, being loaded into the car for a trip to the vet! Oh, delicious.
Sam, you must wake up!
What? What happened?
I must protest! I was savoring a most delectable nightmare.
The radiation is too dangerous for you, Sam. You'll pass it out.
Evidently, Paperweight and I are immune. Looks like you're stuck with me for another 100 years, eh, Paperweight?
Yes, my master.
We'll go back and resume our studies, but you must find someone else to operate those arm controls.
Who do I know who's immune to radiation?
You'll want to go back to the inventory. So through the legs.
Yeah. Nope. Not off. Get the cockroach.
First, you need to look at spare cables.
Oh.
Hey, it's a big nest of spare audio-video cables. These are just what I need for...
Because, yeah, if you ever try to touch anything, you get transformed.
Well, that's about the worst thing that could have happened.
And now, run into the... Yeah.
You gotta bring the whole place down!
Whoops. Ouch.
Yeah, just keep running into it.
What's happening?
Hang on.
Help me!
Whoops. Oh well, any cockroach foster son of mine is plenty resilient enough to survive a good vacuuming.
So yeah, and then go back up to the legs.
Hey, watch it!
And then use the cockroach with her.
What is that? A roach? Ugh, gross.
Well, I never.
Don't give it to me, Sam. Take it outside and kill it.
Don't listen to her, Sam Jr. The mean lady is on heavy medication and doesn't know what she's talking about.
Wait a second. You really do care about that roach, don't you?
He's the promise of a future generation. Not that you'd ever understand.
I think I underestimated you, Sam. You really do have the heart of a parent.
And a real parent, not keeper of some half-statue freak show.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's get moving and save Max!
Hallelujah, Sam Jr. Now that we've motivated our fellow Lifebringer, we can control Max's legs and haul his terrifying bulk across the length and/or breadth of the city.
Okay, now you can go back to the arms.
And I can also switch to...
Oh, you can, yeah,
oh,
take
because I can control them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat.
Go to stomach.
I'll go to stomach?
Well, yeah. I think you're gonna pass out again.
Sam, the radiation!
You've got to get out before... Oh, never mind.
I thought I was bringing the roach there.
Yeah.
I've got to stop doing that. Oh no. Are you okay, little guy?
Hello? I'm a roach. We can survive anything.
So much attitude. Must be hitting his teen years. We're going to need somebody immune to radiation to operate those controls. But who?
Go to stomach. Use cockroach with the craving platter.
Oh, because we're gonna get Sal.
Yeah.
I love Sam Jr. like a daughter.
Hey!
But I'll admit he's an acquired taste.
Corn dogs. Wait. Madre de Dios! La cucaracha! We must gather delicious cockroaches for the host!
And now you take over Max.
Sam, I'm picking up an unusual spike in brainwave activity from Max. Are you...
We've got everything under control, Mama Bosco. Rescue team, assume Giant Max form, go.
Motor skills to full power. Neurons and stuff aligned for transphasal plasmic shift or something. Release exhaust. Activate feet and legs.
Manual override active. Go!
Activate hands and arms.
Sam, you have not unlocked the arms yet.
Oh, right. We can still walk around and stuff, though, right?
We suppose, if you don't mind shambling through the city, pointlessly smashing everything in sight.
Can't think of a good reason not to.
Head to the northwest.
I don't know about this, Stinky. Feels like we got in way over our head.
Don't tell me you're getting cold tarsal pads now, baby. Not when we're so close to having everything we ever wanted.
Yeah, that's another thing. It was kind of exciting for the first couple of decades, but I don't think... What's that?
It sounds like something's coming.
Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying...
Hold on!
Never fear, my queen. I've got you now.
There you go. So now you can go back to
Sam, my
Sam.
biosensors are...
Okay.
I want to go.
Hiya, Sam. So this is what hell looks like.
Well, kinda now that you mention it. But we're not in hell.
Really? Because I'd done some real bad things. I figured that monster had finally punched my ticket.
No, we're just in Max's stomach. If you want to make up for all the bad things you've done, you can help us save the city.
I'll do anything. Well, almost anything. Maybe I better hear what it is first.
Okay, use that video game machine up in the arm controls and read the commands off to Monsieur Paperweight. The brain's going to try to ventriloquize you to say the wrong thing, so...
So I just say the complete opposite, right? Any dope could figure that out.
Well, not any dope. I think you'd have to be pretty clever to figure that out.
Brilliant, Sam! This roach is pure dynamite!
He solved the manual override even faster than you did.
Yeah, well, I did it first.
There you go, Sam. I took care of those arms like you wanted. Now just get over to Battery Park and you can...
Sal, are you okay, buddy?
Looks like this is the end of my ride after all. Hey, Sam.
But I thought roaches were immune to radiation.
Nah, that's just a urban legend. But I figured that if a bunch of people need something, then that kind of weighs more than just one newly single deadbeat cockroach, you know?
Yes.
That's beautiful, Sal. I'll edit it down a little before it goes into your biography.
Now get over to that power plant and save the...
You fucking...
What?
The way he scrunches up.
He died?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
It's just an urban myth that they,
Yeah, that they're immune to radiation.
Do I control?
Let's see. So I was in talk to Sal.
Get over to that power plant and save the what, Sal? What?
Yeah, take control of Max and head to the
Sam,
battery
it looks
park.
What?
I mean, it looks like you're trying to control Matt.
We're going in.
All right, team. We've only got a few hours left to save Mac.
We have the full control of the arms. Go!
Then we're off to Battery Park. Activate feet and legs.
Still active. Go!
Activate hands and arms. Max Rescue Team, go!
Amazing.
All right, team. We're going in.
Strutting sequence engaged. Let's do this with some style, people.
Beginning electrocution sequence.
It's for your own good, not so little buddy.
Did it work?
Only one way to find out.
That jolt should have been enough to short out Max's psychic powers. I'm going in.
Not so fast, my friends. Have you solved the mystery? I'll give you one more moment to check your work. Well, the clues to our villain's identity have been laid before you since the moment our story began. Have you figured it out yet? Is it Monsieur Paperweight and his hideous counterpart, Dr. Norrington, refugees from a dimension of pure evil? Or General Skunkape, driven mad by his insatiable lust for the toys of power? Sybil Pandemic, with her... Do you mind? I'm trying to... Oh, now you've just ruined it.
Oh, sorry, but what are you doing inside Max's brain?
Inside Max's brain? My dear Sam, I am Max's brain.
Max's brain is a monochromatic fey British gentleman?
Not the entire brain, perhaps. Just the part that matters.
The
I
gray
believe that
matter.
Freud called it the superego, but I'd hate to sound boastful.
It sounds like you're just rationalizing away every evil decision you make just to convince yourself it's right.
Yeah, superego. That's pretty much what I do.
Are you the cause of Max's psychic powers?
No. The gift was within Max from the beginning. A gift of incalculable power.
It was just shape-shifting and some teleportation. Pretty common stuff, really.
In all the universe, the only power beyond the mind's comprehension is the power of the mind. And how did Max use that power? To explore the mysteries of the infinite? No, to put the smackdown on a host of petty criminals. Such a disappointment. A disappointment that will have to be corrected.
So what's your plan, Brain? To take over the world? Because this world's not going down without a fight.
Take over the world? Why would I want to do that? To prolong my suffering with an endless parade of armpit farts and locker room giggles? No, Sam. I want nothing more than to let it all end. And a psychic explosion that takes out most of the northeastern United States seems a particularly spectacular way to go.
You're lying!
Oh, very well. I suppose you've forced me to come clean. Sam, I am actually an agent of a much higher power, appearing only to you and Max to guide you in times of crisis. I believe you mortals would refer to me as an angel.
Wait, really?
Of course not. That would be stupid. I am the manifestation of the superego of a psychic rabbit detective mutated into a gigantic beast by a toy box filled with powerful toys from another dimension. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one.
So you were the one using those psychic powers against me?
An unavoidable but entertaining necessity, I'm afraid. We couldn't have you wandering around Max's mind until the buildup of psychic energy had reached a tipping point, now could we?
Maybe?
It was a rhetorical question.
I didn't think Max had a superego.
Yes, well, you're fat. It would seem that neither of us get the respect or attention we deserve.
Well, you don't have to be a jerk about it.
Forgive me, I'm lashing out. But you, of all people, should be able to understand my frustration after years of being partnered with a creature driven by pure id. I always tried to encourage his appreciation of the finer things. Literature, theater, beatboxing. I was always ignored.
So you're gonna destroy the city just because you're upset Max isn't more highbrow?
Sam. They say that idle hands are the devil's playthings, but there is something far, far worse. An idle mind is the devil's playhouse, a stage for the most vapid, horrible, and destructive stories to be made real.
Deep. And curiously insulting.
Didn't think I'd be able to work the title in, did you?
Okay, here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna turn off the power. Sybil and Norrington are gonna cut out that tumor, and then you're gonna help us get Max back to normal.
Sam, I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Max's power has reached critical levels, and it's only a matter of time until his brain catches fire and explodes, taking most of the eastern United States with it.
Then we'll use his psychic powers.
But how? The toys were all destroyed. All that is left is Max's memories of them. Most of which were destroyed by a sudden jolt of electricity. Oh dear, did you do that? How ironic.
You said most of the powers were destroyed?
Well, there's the astral projector for all the good that will do you.
Looks like a scrapbook. Precious memories. Aw, that's awful cute. Giant Max is even more empty-headed than the regular version.
Astral projection requires there to be a suitable host body on the other end. You can only project into a version of yourself.
Like my great-grandfather?
Exactly. Or
one of the me clones. But all of the clones were quarantined to the reservations on Staten Island.
oh, there are still a few strays here and there.
That didn't work. There must not be any clones of me there.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. There should be, before you leave, there should be a circuit breaker in here. Use circuit breaker.
This must be that medulla oblongata everybody's been... That ought to do it. Now Sybil and Norrington can get started on that brain surgery.
No, there's... Exit conversation, use circuit breaker. Should be something in here. What?
Super ego.
Well, I don't like to...
Huh. Talk to Sal, switch to Max, go through door to brain, exit conversation.
Great job, Sam. Just a few quick slices, and then we can get both of these mothers out of Max's brain.
Wait!
Now what's the problem?
It appears that Max's tumor has become infected with dark matter.
But you can make it better, right?
Oh, there we go. Recall. Select crime fighting.
Without Max, I'd be just another grim
If you
loner,
select the other one,
skulking
bad
through
ending.
the seedy
Okay.
armpits of the city, assaulting crooks and assorted crook-like punks in a humorless, over-narrated fashion. Sure, it'd probably sell like granny panties in a nunnery, but would I be happy? Not really.
No earthly tools can remove dark matter. Believe me, I've tried.
Destroy dark matter. I know, that toy robot I found.
But I thought you guys said that all those psychic toys were destroyed.
Destroyed? Nonsense. I can still sense that blasted thing. Somewhere in the city.
Someone must have retrieved the toy from the Statue of Liberty and reassembled it.
And I think I know exactly who. Our old favorite psychic toy collector, Harry Molman.
You mean General Skunkape, right?
Oh, yes.
He probably has the robot, doesn't he? I should go find him. To get the robot. Skunkade. Yeah.
No?
Okay, yeah, it's to add memories, you have to play as Max, Giant Monster Max, and go look at things to remember them and create, yeah.
Roger that, Mama.
Let's go out on the town and make some new memories for your short-term memory book, Max.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, for as good as the writing's pacing is, the actual gameplay pacing is slow.
You remember Mama Bosco's lab, don't you, Max?
Got that.
Remember this block, Max? It's where we got our first citation for excessive property damage.
Do I need more?
Specifically, you need to find Skunkape's ship.
think, Max? Remember back when we were trapped on board Skunk Ape spaceship?
So if you want to go back in, you can start doing
Sam,
things.
you appear to be trapped.
I need some meat.
And now you can use the projector.
It's that astral...
No, please. You must...
Just try and stop me. After you explain to me how it works.
Max in his current form is a bit more simple than he used to be. The projector will only take slides now.
Oh.
And then yes, Skunk Ape ship.
I better hope a clone ended up on Skunk Ape's ship somehow. Here goes nothing. Where am I? Oh, nuts. General Skunk Ape must have taken a few of the doppelgangers, I mean Simulacra, as souvenirs. No sign of anybody at the controls. He must be in the little Space Gorilla's room. Now's my chance. Looks like I'm gonna need the help of those not-me's to get out of here.
Let's see.
That's the rock Harry was lying on when he was trapped in here. It's all covered in mole sweat and too slippery to pick up. There's got to be some other way to move it. My third eye is feeling a little itchy and watery. I wonder if I should switch to a different, fresher clone body.
Okay. Switch to... Which one did you switch to?
The one with the keys?
Switch to the one and the other. Yeah. Open the fuse box.
Funny, I didn't notice this fuse box when Max and I were stuck in here before. The exposed delicate electrical wiring of Skunk Ape's spaceship.
And,
I'm not going to reach in with my hands.
Get a drink of water.
These puzzles are making me thirsty.
And then spit it into the fuse box.
Error. Failure in stabilization controls. Clone HW021S. Commence backup stabilization immediately.
Uh-oh, sounds like that's my cue.
And then use the hamster wheel.
Emergency stabilization in effect.
Now tear down the backdrop behind you.
Faded colors, fraying edges. I remember when quality meant something in a spaceship. What? It was like that when I got here, honest. Yeah. I hope this is worth it. Ha-ha! I've escaped your little jail, Skunk Ape, with nothing more than my wits and some gold lame shorts. Now just hand over that robot. Skunk Ape? Where'd everybody go?
Oh, okay.
There's no sign of Skunk Ape or Stinky either. Even in a clone body,
What are you doing here? The clones aren't allowed out of their cages.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Salmon
Mac.
Salmon Mac, yeah.
You recognize that brain?
Clones aren't supposed to talk.
Oh no.
Wait a second. I recognize that clone.
You're Sam and Mark.
You're Max. No, wait, Sam. Which one is the dog again?
What is what's left of you doing here?
If you must know, I'm controlling this ship with my mind until I can find a replacement body. And then I will once again rule the Earth, as is my divine right.
I've been meaning to ask you, what's your problem with the mole men anyway?
Ugh, disgusting, pitiful creatures. All of them.
They weren't so pitiful that they couldn't overthrow you twice.
Nonsense. They caught me off guard is all. And I hadn't stretched first. And the sun god roll was in my eyes.
I'm looking for a toy robot. About yay big, goes by the name of Troy. Gives its destruction to everyone.
Destroy.
And why on earth should I help you?
Because you're a brain in a jar and I know how to boil things?
Oh, very well. It's nowhere on this starship, I promise you.
So, did Skunk Ape leave a forwarding address or any contact information?
Ha! Outwitted again, dog! Skunkape knew you'd be searching for him, and that's why he refused to tell me.
Clever. All this time I thought you were just his brain slave, when you're practically his second in command.
Of course! And to keep up the disguise, that's why he keeps refusing to clean out my tank.
So somebody found a use for your brain after all.
Don't be jealous, dog. Someone will find a use for your brain someday. Burn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, Sam and Mac.
I will cut off all life support and destroy you, dog, as soon as I figure out how.
Number of max-saving toy robots on this spaceship? 0.
Try.
The mole processing room is locked tight.
None may enter except at my whim.
Let's see.
Why haven't you given up?
Okay, keep talking about Mole Man.
So when you first found the Devil's Toy Box and became feral, the Mole Man overthrew you.
That doesn't mean anything.
And then when you got the ultimate power again to change reality itself, they managed to overthrow you again.
Just you wait. Once I have taken my throne again, I will imprison all of those filthy mole men. And then wipe them out of existence.
Now that I think about mole men, I know lots of mole men. There's Harry Moleman, Shavul, who was a mole man, his nephew Doug the Mole Man, Warren Burroughs, Prime Minister of the Mole People, Patton Oswalt.
Stop that! Stop that immediately!
Mole Man.
Cut it out!
Mole Man, Mole Man, Mole Man.
For the last time, stop it!
Rabbit season.
I said stop! Wait, weren't you supposed to say mole men? Damn it.
General Skunkape, is it time?
Grandpa Stinky.
What? Oh yes, Earth Dog. I am indeed the elderly stinky human.
How did you get trapped in the mole processing room? Did Skunk Ape take you prisoner?
No. Everything is fine. I thought this door led to the waste processing chamber.
This is important, Grandpa Stinky. Did Skunk Ape mention where he was going?
Aye, but the General has guaranteed that you Earth creatures will never find him before the domination of... I mean, he did not. I am a cantankerous human. Pah.
Are you all right, Grandpa Stinky? You seem different.
I assure you, I am quite well. And I am in fact your associate, Grandpa Stinky.
Well, okay then.
Thank you for asking, though.
Wait a second. Grandpa Stinky would never be that right.
You might as well admit it, you know. The freelance police are powerless to stop us anyway.
Very well. Enough with the charade. I am actually the mighty Grey Pipe, mightiest of General Skunkape's warriors.
Fess up, pal. Where's that anti-dark matter toy robot hidden?
Don't make me laugh, Earthling. After General Skunkapi so painstakingly reassembled the pieces of the destroyer robot, he'd never be foolish enough to let it out of his sight.
Why don't you reveal the entire plan to the enemy, Grubpepe?
Oh, right. Let's start over again.
All right, Mac. Where's Skunk Ape now?
Yeah, there's nothing you could possibly do to make me talk, naked Earth Dog.
Well, I hate to have to do this, but it's for Max's sake, and I'm dressed for it anyway. Prepare yourself for my hypnotic dance of the 3rd degree.
All right, I'll talk. Just make it stop. He's at a warehouse in the southeast end of the featureless warehouse district.
I wonder if that has anything to do with Mama Bosco's cloning chamber.
It's the Hotep Not Clone-Related Industries building. 2348 Doppel Street at Gang Avenue, 212-555-2314.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
Go back to Max.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that much longer, actually. Switch Max, walk to cloning machine.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
Apologies, Sam. My tentacles slipped off the controls for a moment.
Hey, that was
Apologies.
Doesn't actually say where.
Southeast.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But southeast is where? That's my problem. Like it's
to the right.
Well, I was already at the most right and most south point, I thought.
Hmm.
Huh? What's this?
Not much going on here.
Remember cloning chamber, yeah. Talk to cloning chamber, remember cloning chamber. Switch back to Sam.
A little off the top, Max. Concentrate, Max. Remember all the wacky hijinks we had in that cloning chamber.
There we go. So now we can switch back to
Keep me updated,
Sam.
Sam. Are you going to keep controlling?
I'm done here.
Use memory book. Go to cloning chamber. Yeah, all those other locations are just red herring. Dumb things.
Space to reasonable.
Knife in his back.
Yes, yes! I'm so glad to see you're getting along with my unstoppable army of minions. Flint people, play all you want. We'll make more.
Keep laughing, Simeon. Having a sunny personality will make the time go by faster in Sing Sing.
What?
It's a prison.
Ah, No Earth prison can hold me. With my unstoppable army, my newly reformed queen at my side, and the power trapped in this ancient toy robot, our plan cannot fail.
You just forgot one thing. The self-destruct sequence.
This cloning chamber doesn't have a self-destruct sequence.
Maybe not, but he does.
Unstable antimatter device detected. Initiating containment protocols.
You can override the bomb. Yes, my queen?
I'm doing it, darling.
Use the fog machine.
Come on, who would put an invisible laser grid here?
That stinky dame and her cockroach accomplice set that up to keep anybody from stumbling onto their magic show.
Looks like some kind of...
Good eye, Sam. Near as I can make out, Sal turned that on to cover up Stinky's little disappearing act.
Good thing I've been practicing my yoga during this whole crisis. It's a big hunk of rock.
Left over from all the secret tunnels those lovebirds were having the mole people dig to pull off their scheme. She'd do anything to get rid of all that granite. I heard she was even selling it in sandwiches.
It's an old video projector.
It was set up inside the diner, Sam. Turn it on at the right time. Cover it up with enough fog, and you can make it look like anything had just appeared out of thin air.
Jinkies, it's a closed-circuit TV camera hooked up to that projector.
Right again, Sam. All she had to do was get Sal to hold up a photo at just the right time, and it was easy to make Grandpa Stinky think his magic spell had worked.
What?
We might have skipped over some things. I believe
Hey, I recognize that.
Girl Stinky isn't actually a magic homunculus of Grandpa Stinky, and they were just using that as a cover story to trick Grandpa Stinky into thinking that's what he made.
Okay.
Call this Exhibit A. I think this body might have needed a few more minutes in the clone tank. I'm still feeling a little doughy. I can't do anything with these. Stinky must have put the cloning controls on lockdown.
That was my fault, Sam. I was just trying to keep the clock from flashing 12, and the whole thing went haywire.
Use the photo with the camera of the toy box.
Sim salabim. What? The Devil's Toy Box? How can this be?
The Devil's Toy Box?
Oh no, it was the cake there. Okay. They were using that as a fake birthday cake.
They said the toy box had been destroyed.
Yeah, well, they say a lot of things.
Talking clone? Oh, now I see. You have come to make things difficult for me again. Yes, Sam?
Let's see. Camera, talk about toy robot.
Hand over that toy robot, and I'll think about turning the toy box over to you.
You're hardly in a position to make demands, Sam. Why should I turn over this toy instead of simply taking what I want?
The bomb.
Because if you don't, I'll blow up the toy box once and for all.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare. The explosion would destroy you along with half this city.
I'd destroy half of any city to save my best pal. Besides, I'm using a loaner body.
You're serious?
I'm just crazy enough to do it.
No, here! Take the robot. Just keep that bomb away from the toy box.
There!
Antimatter bomb disabled. Containment protocols canceled.
What is he doing?
Now I better get this robot into Max's brain before Skunk-Ape realizes he's been flamboozled.
Now go into the tunnels to Mama Bosco's.
He can't be wandering through...
You got everything under control here, Flint?
Ah, this is as easy as picking lice from a hobo's.
Did you hear that? Again with the hobos. What's his problem?
Don't kill that one, Flint. That's Grandpa Stinky.
No problem, Sam.
Sam to rescue team. Sam to rescue team. Robot acquired. Eat me. Oh.
Isn't that where the radiation was?
No, he's just going to the stomach.
Okay. So yeah, now you can blow out those tentacles.
So dumb that that's how they disappear.
Put this thing back together himself, so I hope it still works.
Once we blast away that dark matter, we should have enough time to remove the... Uh-oh. I think my water just broke.
Pennies?
Sam, we got to get out of here. Now.
But Max is...
There is no way I'm having this baby inside a horrible monster.
That horrible monster is my best friend, and we're running out of time to save him. What do we do?
Save Sybil. 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 My friends, the most wondrous thing has happened.
It hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to unless we move.
What? Oh, yes, the baby. Whatever. No, my friends, the wondrous thing is that Max has actually committed a selfless act. Who's this guy?
He's the personification of Max's superego.
Ah,
makes sense.
That means he's more than just pure id. He's capable of self-sacrifice. I've made a terrible mistake. Max is worth saving after all.
Told you so.
Go. Save Sybil. I will stay here and remove this wretched tumor.
But how do we get out of here in time?
Huh? No doubt there's something in here you've overlooked.
Use the Inuit record.
Feel the warmth, Sam.
Controls like ass. Because the camera changes, but it doesn't actually,
Crank one last time, and the ghost of Zachary Taylor slow...
Yeah.
Chinoochluk wiped the last remaining ichor and blubber from his carving knife, then sat down on the one patch of ice not covered by walrus intestines.
Okay.
Why so sad?
That duct, as in that
tear duct.
Yeah.
Does Max have tear ducts? I can't remember the last time I... Well, except when he was trying to lull his prey into a false sense of security. All right, everybody, let's load up and make a quick getaway. Good luck, Max's superego. We're all counting on you.
Don't worry, Sam. I'll have Max back to his normal, impetuous, wonderful self in 5 minutes. Just go, and hurry.
Sam, you have to get out now. The maintrons will impact in 4 minutes.
Why aren't we moving?
Wait a second. This isn't the tear duct. Well, that was thoroughly unpleasant. Gesundheit!
Let's get you to the hospital, Mrs. Pandemic Lincoln.
Ugh. That's Lincoln Pandemic?
Would you keep it down? Our head is killing us.
It's literally killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, Giant Max, get out of there. The last Maintron is headed your way.
He saved the city. But where did he go?
I almost had everything, and then you had to start slobbering over a stupid piece of rock.
For the last time, my queen, I will get you a diner on the next world we conquer. Just get me far away from... Didn't I tell you to get rid of that cell phone already?
Who could possibly be calling me?
Max?
Realign the mitochondrial plasmoid transference sequence. Oh, who am I trying to kid? I'm making all this up as I go along. Anyway, I've adjusted the cloning tank, so we should be able to bring Max back as good as new.
Great, Dr. Mama Bosco. Let's do it.
I'll just need a sample of his DNA, one that's less than 1 week old.
That might already be in your inventory. Yeah.
Try this, Mama Bosco. It should be crawling with Max DNA. God knows what else.
Perfect. This should only take a few minutes. That should do it.
Welcome back, little buddy. What happened?
It looks like Max's DNA is just too weird for my machines to be able to reproduce. There's nothing we can do. I'm sorry, Sam.
Ah, tough break, Sammo. At least he went out saving the universe.
As president, I'd just like to offer my... I can't do this now. I just can't.
Super Ball, come back!
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, gameplay-wise, it kind of sucks because of how much they rely on gimmicks.
Yeah.
But in the context, this is the third game in the series where the other two were all about item collection, mixing and matching, combining things. So they're trying to do something different. It just isn't.
It wasn't great.
Yeah. But as far as the writing goes, I think it was pretty much
funny every time, yeah.
I mean, yeah, every episode but there was gut busts every episode.
Yep. And
like,
there's
not
just
a
clever
chuckle.
bullshit everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's probably the strongest point. I mean, that was really the strongest point of Telltale was writing.
Mm-hmm.
So But yeah, I kind of forgot how much they really relied on the gimmick shit.
Sounds terrific. Okay. Yeah. With a telltale tool.
Yep. That's why they made. That's how they made all these games. They made one engine and then just pumped the shit out of a whole bunch of different point and clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Walking Dead game happened. They realized they don't have to make point clicks anymore. They can just make visual novels.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they really, really needed to add sound.
Yeah, that I think that is what you pointing it out and me thinking about. Like, no, that was like every one of these Sam Max games they did, and most of the point clicks they did. They just don't have like strong sound design when it comes to actions and things.
It's non-existent.
Yeah. And that's where the game would have ended if you got the bad ending.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Holy beer-battered princes of Maine and kings of New England in a glass-bottom boat with a trip-hop DJ and the second runner-up in the Miss Teen Oklahoma pageant. It's past Max in a time-traveling elevator.
What's shaking?
Max, I thought you were... Wait a second, where's the past me?
Oh, yeah, about that. We were on a case, and you got turned into a giant monster with electromagnetic powers, so I kind of had to blow you up. It was horrible. So, want to stop some crimes?
Let's. Where do we start, pal?
I heard there's a new supervillain in town called the Banker. He's created a board game that kills.
And there's rumblings that the horrible Rat Queen has been summoning all her minions to her secret nest beneath the city, subsuming them into her blood-caked fur to form the unstoppable Uber-Rat, Empress of Slaughter.
Oh boy, I can subdue her with my acid-slick whip-like tongue.
You don't have an acid-slicked whip-like tongue.
Oh, well, I can still drool on her till she begs me to stop.
You crack me up, little buddy.
So yeah, in an alternate dimension, Sam died.
Okay.
And Max took a dimension traveling elevator because he was sad that he lost Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's one of those. Like I said, I saw a review that brought it. Like, this is the first time they've actually had a genuine character to Sam and Max. It's always been, laugh at everything, but this is the first time it's like, no, their friendship was actually jeopardized, and that was the one thing that they're genuine about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a nice twist for them to actually do something and not make it like so emotional that it's like takes over the story. So
I just saw the same story. I rewatched a movie recently that has the same stupid ending. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen The One with Jet Li?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, they're basically there's a multiverse, and every single time one of your selves dies, everyone in the string of people gets stronger.
Yeah,
and it's the last two Jet Li's
the one
are
who's
left.
been killing everyone, and the one who wants and the last survivor.
And it's just the last survivor who is a good person. He's like a cop and everything. The way that movie ends is that they're worried about if one of them dies, a singularity would happen and like destroy the multiverse.
Okay.
So they can't kill either of them, or they're going to kill them both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, they both survive. Evil Jet Li gets transported to a prison planet where he's just fighting endlessly.
Mm-hmm.
But good Jet Li can't go back home because they destroyed his life. Like, his wife died, all of this stuff. They send him to another planet.
Yeah.
And he basically gets to re-meet his wife from the beginning
Okay.
to where she doesn't have a Jet Li anymore because Jet Li has never reached that point.
Yeah.
So he saves the dog that he saves in his time and then goes into the animal clinic that she works at and they meet each other all over again. And I'm like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of hilarious that I watched that, I think, Monday?
Okay.
So I just watched it.
And have a direct comparison.
Yeah. Same fucking story.
Yeah.
And next week we will be doing bullshit. Always. Every time.
Well, first Vampire, then Resident Evil 4, then some sort of bullshit.
Yeah.
No idea what we're playing next time. But yeah, it's late. We're going to go eat some dinner. So
yeah.
See y'all then. Bye.